What's going on here is a world first. Polluting companies are paying for a low-carbon domestic makeover. Harrison lives here with his mum and 2 cats.
Close to you here?
Yes.
So how does it feel living here?
It feels a lot more warmer and comfortable than the place I used to live at.
Their whole home has been decarbonised, so now it's not only more environmentally friendly, but helping with the cost of living too.
We had a pay-as-you-go meter, so I feel like at times my mum was sort of consciously looking at the meter to see how much she got left, and sort of trying to budget her way around it.
So here you're spending less, but the house?
It's all efficient, it's cheaper. Like I say, it's a lot better for the environment.
So how's this comfort been achieved? Well, solar panels on the roof coupled with an air source heat pump.
A new electric boiler to work alongside the heat pump and solar panels.
The floor has been replaced and it's much better insulated. And in the loft, absolutely loads of insulation and a battery up there for the solar panels. And finished off with new doors. Total cost around £60,000.
And yes, that is a lot of money, but it's not been paid for by Harrison and his mum or the Housing Association. So who has paid? The bill's been covered by carbon credits, a way for companies to offset their climate pollution.
This is a tool which can help address both climate change and the twin crisis of fuel poverty in this country. We're the only scheme globally that is originating carbon credits from the decarbonisation of homes.
But one of the questions is whether carbon offsets can truly pay for additional work. In this case, how can the company be sure these green refits wouldn't have happened anyway? Simon says the job is so big, it'll need this extra money.
Decarbonising our homes is the single biggest challenge the UK faces towards achieving net zero. It is work that is expected to cost in the order of £500 billion across the UK's housing stock. Government is able to contribute in the single-digit billions, and so there is a significant gap that private capital needs to come forward and fill.
Given that more than 13% of adults in England are living in fuel poverty, it's something housing associations are more than happy to have help with.
How important is it having the carbon offsetting money for this?
Oh, it's hugely important because it means we're able to do the properties as a whole property approach.
And how does it feel to be able to do this?
Fantastic, because you're talking to the residents and you see what benefit is given to them. And to see them excited about the fact that their smart meters are now a lot lower.
And there's more to come. Saffron plan on retrofitting another 434 homes, lowering their tenants' bills and their carbon footprint.
So, just to recap, this story is about companies who do pollute, who do emit carbon dioxide, paying to have those emissions absorbed or offset elsewhere. But how do we know that is actually happening with these projects? That's where this lot come in. They are a carbon ratings agency.
We are looking at a project in the Brazilian Amazon that's aiming to avoid deforestation.
And what are these lines here I can just make out?
So what you're seeing here is previous deforestation events that occur, and that's the difference in the color.
B0 Carbon assesses the quality of more traditional carbon offsetting, like protecting forests, renewable energy projects and restoring mangroves or peatlands.
We think that there is a whole spectrum of quality of credits within the market. And at B0, we have an 8-point scale to define how quality could be. This ranges anywhere from a D to a AAA.
And a AAA means, in this case?
The highest quality.
Right, so the most robust, this is definitely helping to fight climate change.
That's exactly right.
And how robustly do you sort of keep an eye on these projects?
So once we rate a project, we actually look at it for its entire lifetime. This can be anywhere from 10 years to 30 or more years.
But carbon markets have a mixed reputation, accused in many cases of ignoring the wishes of indigenous people, overestimating their offsetting quantities, or failing to replace trees lost to forest fires. But the central criticism is that they give companies an excuse, a way out from actually cutting their own emissions, in effect buying the right to pollute.
You firmly believe you're helping to fight climate change, you're not just giving companies an excuse to carry on polluting.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I often say here is, what is climate action? And for us, climate action is not stopping traffic in the middle of a road. It's voting with your skills. We have people here from academic, from forestry, from marine biology, from industrial sciences, people from finance, people from data science, software engineering. All coming together to say, I am using my skills on a daily basis. The prize is trillions of dollars investing in biodiversity, climate outcomes that can not only restore and preserve the natural world, but also create an economic model which sustains it in the future.
But these refit projects prove that carbon offsets can pay for more than protecting nature's home. They can also improve where we live. And that might make offsetting more trusted and more popular. Tom Heap, Sky News in Norfolk.